Intense clashes between Sudan's national army and the country's paramilitary force have killed hundreds of people and thousands others fleeing for safety as a burgeoning civil war threatens to destabilize the wider region. The bone of contention of the Sudan conflict is the power struggle between the two army generals, one heading the national army and the other heading the paramilitary force RSF. Amid the raging conflict, the UN World Food Programme has raised the alarm, warning that the ongoing violence could plunge all the East Africa into a grave humanitarian crisis. Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. Heavy rain lashes different parts of the country today. Rain and bad weather disrupts domestic and international flight from the Tribhuvan International Airport. Hospitals and private clinics all set to hike the consultation fee of doctors by up to 14%. Consultation charge to cost between a minimum of 420 rupees to maximum of 940 rupees. Fighting intensifies in Sudan's capital Khartoum, shattering the latest ceasefire aimed at allowing people to flee to safety. WFP warns the ongoing violence could plunge all the East Africa into humanitarian crisis. And rain prevents Oman from finishing off Kuwait in the third-place match of the ACC Men's Premier Cup. Eyes on weather ahead of the cup final between Nepal and UAE. President Ramchandra Paudel is returning home after undergoing health treatment in India. President Paudel is returning to Nepal after receiving treatment at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, in New Delhi. AIIMS Hospital discharged Paudel after there was gradual improvement in his health condition. President Paudel is scheduled to arrive in Kathmandu at 8:30 p.m. by a regular flight of Nepal Airlines. According to the president's son, Chintan Paudel, the decision to return home was taken as per doctor's suggestion, as there was gradual improvement in the president's health. Doctors have suggested President Paudel to stay in isolation for at least 3 weeks and take full rest. Before heading to India for treatment, the president had received treatment at TU Teaching Hospital in Maharajganj as he had chest problem while water was extracted from his chest. As his health didn't improve, the president was taken to Delhi for treatment on 19th of April earlier this month. He is returning home after spending 12 days at the hospital in New Delhi. Meanwhile, Nepali Congress leader and parliamentarian Chandra Bhandari is also returning home after receiving treatment in India. Bhandari is returning to Nepal today after receiving treatment for burns in Mumbai for 2.5 months. He was injured when his home in the capital's Buddhanagar caught fire on 15th of February due to gas leakage. There has been gradual improvement in his health as he has been able to speak and walk. Lawmaker Bhandari's mother, Harikala, who was injured in the fire incident, had succumbed to her injuries on 16th of February. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal and Rashtriya Swatantra Party Chairperson Rabi Lamichhane held a meeting today. Chairperson Lamichhane met Premier Dahal at the official residence of the Prime Minister in Balwatar. During the meeting, Prime Minister Dahal congratulated Lamichhane, who was elected as the member of the House of Representatives from Chitwan Electoral Constituency 2 in the recently held by-election. The Prime Minister's Secretariat has informed that Dahal told Lamichhane that problems needed to be solved by moving along together. Rashtriya Swatantra Party has informed that the party's Central Committee meeting tomorrow will decide whether to continue extending support to the government. Chief Minister of Lumini Province, Dilli Bahadur Chaudhary, is scheduled to take the vote of confidence tomorrow. The government has said that Chief Minister Chaudhary is taking the floor test right away as forming the budget for the new fiscal year, giving full shape to the government among other works needed to be carried out as soon as possible. Chaudhary was appointed as the Lumini Province Chief Minister last Friday. The Chaudhary-led Lumini Province government includes Dhanabadur Maski of CPN Maoist Center, Dharma Chaudhary of Nagrik Unmukti Party, and Santosh Pandey of Janata Samajwadi Party as ministers without portfolio. Chief Minister Chaudhary is making preparation to give full shape to the cabinet only after tomorrow's floor test. A meeting was held today between the government and founder of the National Innovation Center, Mahabir Poon, who has been holding a protest with the demand that the government should prioritize research and innovation while making policy and preparing the budget. Talks between Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Defence, Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs, Purna Bahadur Khadga, Chief Secretary Sankar Das Bairagi and the Pune-led team was held at the Defence Ministry today. Pune informed that today's meeting agreed to form talks teams from both the sides by this evening, and all the demands of the protest will be addressed by tomorrow. Pune has been staging an indefinite sit-in protest at the capital's Maitikar Mandala, demanding the government to prioritize investment in the research, entrepreneurship and innovation sector. Pune had complained that parliamentarians have ignored to form a law to move the country forward in the innovation sector. Rashtriya Prajatantra Party has also extended its support to the protests. Rain has lashed different parts of the country for the whole day today. The Weather Forecasting Division has said that there is more rain in the cards in the next 48 hours. The Weather Forecasting Division informed that the downpour yesterday and more rain in the next few days in Lumbini, Karnali and Bagmati provinces is due to the effects of the westerly wind. According to the division, Madhesh and Koshi provinces will witness stormy weather with lightning, thunderstorm and light rainfall. The meteorologist at the division, Rojan Lamichani, said that Gandaki and Sudur Pashchim provinces will also receive rain tonight and tomorrow. The division has urged residents of the Tarai region to adopt precautions to avoid damages that could be caused by bad weather. Meanwhile, the rain and gloomy weather also disrupted domestic and international flights at the Tribhuvan International Airport. The Tribhuvan International Airport office informed that poor visibility forced the airline operators to cancel flights. Of Chahabil's Saraswati Nagar in the capital. The police have claimed that the murderer had executed the killing with the objective of robbing the woman. The Central Investigation Bureau of Nepal Police today organized a press conference to make public Binod Bika, who has been charged of killing Neera Pandey in broad daylight. The police had used CCTV footage to get to identify the criminal. SP of Nepal Police Dinesh Acharya informed that Bika had run away with a gold chain and 12,000 rupees from the counter of the shop owned by the victim, Neera Pandey. The doctor's consultation fees will be increasing. The meeting of the Association of Private Health Institution Nepal, the Organization of Nepal Medical Association and private hospitals decided to increase the doctor's consultation fees by up to 14%. The Nepal Medical Association has informed that the decision will be implemented from 15th of May next month. The new consultation fee, implied on the basis of experience and qualification, will be a minimum of 420 rupees and a maximum of 940 rupees. A doctor with MBBS or BDS qualification and up to 5 years of experience will be able to collect 420 rupees as consultation fee, while those with more than 5 years of experience can charge 515 rupees. Likewise, doctors having qualification of MD and up to 5 years of experience will be able to charge 750 rupees, while those with more experience can collect consultation fee of 800 rupees. Meanwhile, doctors who have DM, MCH qualification and up to 5 years of experience can collect 880 rupees, and those with more experience can charge 940 rupees as consultation fees. The statue of Standing Buddha and the wooden carving of the 42-inch tall dancing goddess of Patan's Itumbahal that dates back to the 10th century, which had been lost and reached the US, have been returned. The Nepalese embassy in the USA has informed that both the statues have been returned following bilateral efforts from Nepal. Issuing a press release, the embassy said that the statues had reached the collector in the USA through a network that involved many people. The statue of the dancing goddess was stolen from Itumbahal, Lalitpur, while the statue of the Standing Buddha was stolen during the 1970s. The statue of the Standing Buddha that dates back to the 8th century was handed over to Consulate General Rishi Dhakal by Hollywood director Michael Phillips, a resident of Hollywood in California, Beverly Hills, on 12th of April. And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. Why has the government not given priority to science and technology? Your options are A, not understanding importance, B. Lack of budget, and C. Not enough pressure. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the international update. Fighting has intensified in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, shattering the latest ceasefire aimed at allowing people to flee to safety. The UN World Food Programme, WFP, raised the alarm, warning that the ongoing violence could plunge all of East Africa into a humanitarian crisis. Meanwhile, Sudanese former Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok warned that the conflict could become worse than those in Syria and Libya. Those wars have led to hundreds of thousands of deaths and caused instability in the wider regions. The latest truce was due to end late on Sunday. Millions remain trapped in the capital, where food is running short. Foreign countries have been evacuating their nationals amid the chaos. More than 500 people have been reported killed since fighting erupted on 15th of April between the regular army and the RSF. But the number of dead and injured may be much higher. Army Commander General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and RSF Chief General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, better known as Hemedti, are vying for power and disagree in particular about plans to include the RSF into the army. Thursday night's agreement to extend an uneasy ceasefire followed intensive diplomatic efforts by neighboring countries, the US, UK, and UN. But the 72-hour extension has not held. By yesterday evening, heavy fighting had resumed in Khartoum. The army said it had conducted operations against RSF troops north of the city center. Meanwhile, there are chaotic scenes in Port Sudan where people are desperate to board ships, some of which are heading to Saudi Arabia and Yemen. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
The third place match between Oman and Kuwait has been washed out with no result. The match had to be stopped after Oman, chasing a paltry Kuwait total of 130 runs, had replied with 41 runs without loss in 6 overs. Earlier, Oman had won the toss and invited Kuwait to bat first. Despite a sedate start, Kuwait lost wickets at regular intervals to be bowled out for 130 runs in 31.3 overs. The opening batsman, Adnan Idris, top scored for Kuwait with 34 runs. Sayeb Monib was the other top run getter with 28 runs in an otherwise dismal batting display. Jay Odedra was the pick of the Oman bowlers with 5 wickets of his 5.3 overs. Bilal Khan also picked up 2 wickets. India and Pakistan are the 2 powerhouses of international cricket, while Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are not far behind. Nepal, despite being in the same region, has failed to make desired progress. Nepal, meanwhile, stand on the verge of brushing shoulders with the renowned international cricketers, provided they win the match against UAE in the final of the ACC Men's Premier Cup tomorrow. The TU cricket ground tomorrow will be filled with home anticipation, as Nepal are 1 win away from qualifying for the upcoming Asia Cup. UAE, one of the informed teams among the associate nations, and weather pose the biggest challenge for the home team's aspirations tomorrow. Nepal and UAE in recent meetings have played intriguing cricket, with the equation in favor of Nepal, as Nepal have won 3 of the 4 recent matches. Nepal, a month ago, had defeated UAE in the League 2 series to save the ODI status and had also confirmed a place in the World Cup qualifiers. After an impressive show in the League 2, Nepal have remained unbeaten in the past 9 matches, as they carry the confidence to march into the Asia Cup with a win against the UAE. Nepal's Kushal Malla is leading the list of run scorers with 238 runs from 4 matches. Likewise, Sandeep Lamichhane has claimed 11 wickets in the 4 matches. Meanwhile, Vitra Arvind has compiled 446 runs in the 4 matches, while Mohammad Wasim has scored 225 runs. UAE has also performed well with the arrival of coach Mudassar Nazar, the former Pakistani international cricketer, as their eyes will also be for a place in the Asia Cup. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.